a demand of 86.4. So 85 won't cover 86.4. And consequently, it's kind of bidding for the marginal barrel. And when you're competing against China, India, and all the developing countries, they bid the price up. It's kind of the way it goes.
You say in your presentation about this that it all comes down to the right leadership. Who do you think is the best candidate to help Americans and lose their addiction to foreign oil?
Well, are we down to presidential candidates?
Yes.
Between the two senators?
Right.
Okay, I said I'm sitting out this, and I don't think my plan will be totally accepted as far as a serious plan if I am supporting, as usual, Republicans. And so I'm not. I say this is nonpartisan, and I have not put any money in this presidential race.
In the past, haven't you said you were supporting John McCain?
Yeah, I'll vote for him, I said. But I'm not working in his behalf because I think my program is the #1 issue in this presidential campaign, and it hasn't been elevated by either candidate to that level. I mean, I've never heard one of them say that we have an outflow of $700 billion a year. They don't mention it.
You say you're going to sit out this campaign in terms of being a vocal supporter of either candidate, even though you have admitted you will vote for John McCain. But that wasn't the case in 2004. You gave $3 million to the Swift boat veterans and their campaign against John Kerry.
Oh, it was more than that.
How much? Sorry.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 6.
All right. All right. Thank you for the clarification. Last November, you were quoted as saying at a dinner that you would pay $1 million to anyone who could show that anything that group said was false.
No. What I said was that there were any errors in the 9 ads that I paid for.
Were you specific about the 9 ads, though, when you made that statement?
I think I was, because the question, the way it came up, was about an ad. And I said if there's anything, because they've come back to me with the book that John O'Neill wrote and Winter Soldier and everything. I didn't have anything to do with those books. The only place I put the money was on the 9 ads.
And John Kerry said, okay, I'll take you up on that. If he shows anything in those ads as false, or anyone
Absolutely,
does,
I will.
You'll put out the $1 million?
Absolutely, on the ads. He keeps calling it a bet. It's not a bet. A bet's where I can win or he can win. I just said, if you can show me an error in any of the 9 ads that I paid for, that I'll pay $1 million.
$6 million. Why did you give that amount of money to this group, Swift Boat Veterans for Truth? Why was that so important to you?
I didn't want him to be president. I wanted the American people to see John Kerry like I saw John Kerry.
And why specifically was the depiction of his war record during Vietnam so important to you?
Well, 71, he gave the speech before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. And that's where he said that our soldiers maimed, they murdered, they dismembered, they raped, and all those things. And I didn't believe any of that. I didn't think it was true. And then after some of the Swift Boat guys came to see me, and they served with him and all, I didn't think that Senator Kerry was qualified to be President of the United States. And then when he negotiated with the North Vietnamese, I thought that was very bad. Now, the last point, though, in 1978, he was given an honorable discharge, but he got out of the service in 71. But President Carter gave him an honorable discharge in 1978, and I wonder what his status was from 71 to 78. That bothered me.
Giving $6 million to the Swift Boat Veterans campaign against John Kerry was obviously important to you, but now the term swift boating has become part of the vernacular to describe a malicious, orchestrated campaign against someone's record.
That is the way it's described by liberals. And the Swift boat were all, they were heroes for America. And I know those guys. I've been to their conventions. I know them very well. And they were also associated with the POWs. And the POWs' wives were convinced that by Senator Kerry's actions back in 71, 72, trying to deal with the North Vietnamese, cost their husbands another year in prison. So the POWs and the Swift boat people, those are serious people. I mean, you'd like every one of them.
So you feel as if it was a noble effort, not dirty politics. That's how you would describe it.
That it was a noble effort to what?
The Swift Boat Veterans for Truth, that was representative of a noble effort, not dirty politics.
Oh, there wasn't anything dirty about it. It was the facts. That's all it was the facts. It was, nobody has ever, exposed anything there that was dishonest or dirty politics. They didn't like it, of course, but those were the facts.